A couple people asked me why I gave the PokerStars swag bag such a poor rating. To start, it automatically loses a letter grade because they didn't have my size. But other than that, it was okay. You see the bag is medium-sized duffel bag. It'd make a good gym bag. The bag contains a rather typical assortment of PokerStars gear. There's a short sleeve shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a front zip nylon jacket, a baseball cap, an aluminum water bottle, and a universal power adapter. The t-shirts are decent, and Stars definitely makes the best poker apparel of all the poker sites. As for the water bottle, I get these all over the place, and I've never used one. The power adapter is handy, but they seem to pass them out at every event. So I think I've accumulated like 4 of them now. But funnily enough, I forgot to bring one here, and they do use a different plug. I guess that brings up a little life tip that I learned. If you're ever traveling and you forget a particular electronic accessory, try the front desk. Sometimes they'll have a drawer full of chargers that have been left behind, and you might luck out. It worked for me. They did have an adapter that converts the US plug, so that was nice. So this supermoon has been all over the news lately. I really wanted to try to get some photos of it, but I was playing in the high roller mega satellite. I guess I fortunately busted in the 3rd level, so I ran to my hotel quick and got the camera. I didn't have much time to prepare though, and I didn't know where the moon was going to come from, so I was kind of just sitting on the beach watching the horizon. So finally the moon shows up, and I'm sitting here trying to shoot a time lapse. I'm not the most experienced with that, so I was having a little problem getting set up. Urban environment isn't really the best location to try to shoot something like the moon. First of all, the cityscape nature of it prevents you from catching the moon coming straight off the horizon, unless you're on the outskirts of town. But that's when the moon's going to be the biggest. So I basically didn't have any chance of capturing that moment. But then there's other things. You get a lot of light pollution, and there's things that distract, your eye from the moon. So the first location here, I had this freaking street lamp right in the middle of the frame, and I didn't know it was gonna just spew such harsh light everywhere. So it took me a while to figure out that wasn't gonna work, and then I moved to the second location, and there was street lamps, but I adjusted the exposure, and I was a little more confident with that. But then the moon starts moving in the opposite direction. I mean, the moon didn't change directions, but it went opposite of what I thought it was going to. So it's basically just going to go behind this building, so that wasn't going to work. So I finally got to the 3rd location, and I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but it's definitely better than the first 2. I didn't have much of a choice at this point because I was running out of taller and taller buildings for the moon to peek out of, and I was getting pretty frustrated, so I just decided to settle with this. There's tons of foot traffic in the area. I don't know if you'll be able to see many people because they're moving pretty fast, and they don't have the bright lights like the cars do to grab detail. I was getting a lot of people who were just staring at me as they were walking by, and I'm sure a lot of them were wondering if they're being filmed. And every once in a while, a small group of younger people would stand in front of the camera and pretend to pose. So I decided to mess around with them a little bit, and I said to them, "Habla queso," and it actually made them quit smiling, and they looked really confused. And then I got thinking about it, and if that somehow actually did translate, they would have the weirdest looking portraits ever. So I'll toss this time lapse up at the end of the video. It'll just function as the outro, I guess. And poker wise, final table, the 200 turbo. So I got fourth. It's only 2,700. Busted the main event, middle of day one. And I'm gonna play the high roller on Sunday. And that's 4K. It starts at noon. So gonna go get 'em.